If you're highly considering of getting a hair transplant, think about this first. In this specific case, this hair transplant went wrong, and unfortunately all the implants that he had in the front didn't really matter due to male pattern baldness and ongoing DHT, which took out all of his hair on the back here, which is going to leave him to be bald. Unfortunately, the majority of people are being misled to believe that hair transplants is going to be a one and done solution, but that's clearly not the case, because a lot of bad things can happen to your hair follicles and your scalp, especially if it goes wrong. And just because you got a hair transplant, it doesn't mean you stop balding, because if the root cause is DHT and you leave it unmanaged, it's going to still take out all your hairs no matter what you do. That's the reason why I reject the majority of patients that come to me that want to get a hair transplant, is because the problem is it's too early and their hair hasn't gone far back enough yet, and there's still so much they can do. Looking at our follicles, at the bottom it has this little bulb called the papilla. Now we want to make sure that papilla is strong, that it's not brittle or weak, because once that starts to happen, it makes these very weak hair structures, causing them to fall out very easy. That's the reason why I started suggesting a lot of my clients who are only dealing with thinning hair is to try something like the Spectral DNC with 5% minoxidil. We're looking to activate our papillas to make them work harder with our follicles, creating a lot more thickness around areas that are showing signs of thinning. A few weeks ago, I had this young gentleman come in who's only 19 years old, very scared of losing all of his hair. He had a very clear receding hairline and all these white lines on top of his head, and he really wanted to get a hair transplant. But I sat down with him and explained to him the risk and told him not to take it and try using the Spectral DNC for at least a month consistently before coming back to me. He came back the other day for a follow-up, and the amount of progress that I seen on his hairline and this crown area, like especially in the areas where he was showing signs of thinning, got me to a point where I didn't even think he needed this at all. I was surprised because when he came in the waiting room, I honestly thought he got some work done because of his hair. Results may vary from person to person, but you really need to be consistent with this to see any progress. So if you're balding or you're noticing signs of a receding hairline, I'm telling you, try out the spray. I'll leave you a link so you can get one too.